Jose. So take me to this through this routine that you're doing for the new competition that's coming up in September in Vegas. Take me through it. I see that you do a lot of different exercises. The first exercise that you do, I see that you're going to be doing the row. Take me through the row. Why do you do the row? Why do you choose each exercise for this?
Okay, so I like to start with the rower because it warms up the whole body. Now I always do the rower because it works your core, your bicep, your legs, and your back. But for me, I focus more on the legs and the back when I'm doing the rower because no other cardio equipment really targets the legs and back like the way the rower does. So I like to push myself on that area. That's the reason why I choose a rower, because I like to challenge myself. So it's hard. I'm good, but I'm not great. My goal is to be great at something. So it takes practice. I like to push myself and work my back out, my legs out. I feel the burn. And then after that, I did the Stairmaster. The reason why I did the Stairmaster is because it targets a lot of my quads and my calves. And that's the reason why I like it. Because I'm constantly finding a way, how can I improve my game? How can I isolate a certain muscle more? So what I do is I get on my toes when I'm on a Stairmaster, and I'm just isolating my calves. So when I'm doing the jump rope, it'll be easy work because my calves are already strengthened up from all the Stairmaster work that I do on my toes. Now, as soon as I'm done with the Stairmaster, I get on a bike. The aerosol bike, which is the Airdyne, which is very challenging, the Punisher. What I'm thinking when I'm on that bike is, first of all, before I get on it, I'm like, why do I have to do it? I'm like, I'm not going to do it. Then I psyched myself up and said, okay, I got to do it. Because that's the only way I can get myself better. So once I get on there...
So it's a war. You're having a psychological war with that machine.
Yeah.
It's very taxing.
It is very hard. It wears you out before you even get to the weightlifting. So, like, I'm having a war within myself, in my head. You know, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Man, it sucks. Damn, I got to do it. There's no other way around it. I got to push myself to do it. So, you know, the first, 5 minutes on the Airdyne, I'm like, I got this. I'm going hard. I'm just great. And I love that exercise because I feel my chest, my shoulders, my triceps, my lats, my abs, my legs. I feel everything. And then after 10 minutes, my lungs are like ready to like collapse. After that, I have, I do 15 minutes. In the last 5 minutes, I'm looking into the ceiling. I'm looking to the wall and said, I hate my life. Why am I doing this? And I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I feel like giving up. I feel like quitting. And then when I get to...
Hold on. What keeps you going, though?
That
when that voice says quit, what keeps you going, Jose?
What gets me going is that I don't like to be satisfied. I always want to get better. And the fact that if I stop, I'm going to stay the same. In order for me to get noticed, in order for people to respect me in the fitness industry, you got to be willing to push yourself and hold in that pain. So when I get to that 14 minute after like wanting to just die, I said to myself, I got 1 minute left. And, as an interval training, I'm not going to stop, not even for the short 10-second break that I have. I'm just going to go straight fly through that last minute because I'm like, you know what, this is the finish line. I hold everything I got and give it my all. After that, I collapse. I fall on the floor and I'm like, yeah, thank God I finished. And then I had to take about maybe 2 minutes to recover because I just wanted to just die.
That's what that machine does? Staying away from it.
But now it's great. Like I did it. I feel accomplished. I'm like, you know what? I did it. I'm happy that I did it. I would have been upset with myself that if I would have skipped it, because I know what doesn't challenge you won't change you. And the fact that I hate doing that machine, I just hate it, but I do it anyway, is for me to get better. And I know that just by me doing this today, got me that much better, even if it's just a little centimeter better.
What we got next?
What was that? I gotta do that the circuit. We're doing the sled push, farmer's carry, and the skis for 100 meters. Now next, I get on the hip mill X. Now, this machine is not like any other machine that you come across. Now, the machine is equivalent to running outside. Now, it's on a 12% incline. Now, it's equivalent to running up a hill outside. So what I like to do there is go a sprint. I go as fast as I can. And sometimes I increase the resistance and get low and push the sled, which incorporates more of the core, more explosion, more power. So when I'm done with the sprint, I go right into the farmer's walk to strengthen up my shoulders and my legs. Some more endurance work. And as soon as I'm done with the farmer's walk, I run over to the skier. The skier is a new machine for me and I'm not used to it, but it works a lot. It's the opposite of a squat and deadlifts. You're pulling it down and you're trying to explode coming up. Now in the squat deadlift, you're working your way down with the weight. And the same thing with the deadlifts. You're trying to come up with the weight. So the weight's on top of you, but with the skier, you're working more of the core. So you're exploding down and up at the same time. And you're working your shoulders, you're working your abs, you're working everything. So I like to do a little burnout circuit. So I go from the hip mill, farmer's walk, skier. So right away I get right into it. It challenges me. Yes, it's very hard. I like to think that it's harder than the bike. It is harder than the bike, but because I punished myself so hard on there, that now this feels easy. It's gives and takes. So for example, if I don't push myself hard on the bike, then I'll push myself hard here. But I like to push myself hard on everything. But I had nothing left, so there's no excuses. So I did the best I could. I do it, so I up my game in every area. So there's not one thing I'm not hitting. There's not one thing that I'm not good at. Because I want to be good at everything that I do. There's not one thing in fitness, one thing in working out, no exercise that I cannot do. My goal is to make sure that I'm able to do everything in fitness and working out.
All right, so after you finish doing the circuit, the bike, and everything, you do more exercises. What are those exercises for?
I like to do the jump rope, dumbbell snatch, the pull up, and toast the bar. I do it because the competition that I have to do incorporates those exercises. So it's not something that I do all the time. I just started doing these routines on top of the cardio that I do, just so I can get better. So when I get to the competition, it'll be nothing new to me. It's, oh, well, I do this all the time. So whatever you do with your body adapts to it. So if I can make myself do this every other day or almost every day, my body will get so used to it that I'll finish in a fast time. That's the only reason why I do it, is so I can get better in that area.
All right, so when you do it, you start off with the jump rope. You already came with the calves already hot and your legs are already on fire. So that will help you get more resistance.
Yeah. So usually when you're jump roping, your shoulder starts burning and your calf starts burning. But because I use a skier, my shoulders is that much stronger and has more endurance. The fact I use the Stairmaster, my calves can handle a lot more punishment. So by the time I get to the jump rope, it's easy work. That's the reason why I do this certain cardio. When I get to the competition, it's easy because I do so much of it. And then the dumbbell snatch.
Yeah.
I do the dumbbell snatch. It works. I use about 50 pounds. I do about 10 to 20, 15 reps. It works your whole core, it works your shoulders, it works everything. I just do it so I can get used to it. Then I run right to the pull-ups. The pull-ups I do every day. Sometimes there's days where I'll say to myself, before the end of the day, I'm going to do 300 pull-ups. So, but the fact that I do 300 pull-ups, 200 pull-ups, by the time I get to the competition, I have 1 minute, I'll probably, my goal is to do 30 straight in 1 minute. It's going to happen. And then after that, I go straight to the toast the bar. The goal of the competition is to do 30 reps. And sometimes I do 10 to 15 reps. But just because it's repetition. Because I do 3 sets. In the competition, you only have to do 1 set. So 3 sets of me doing all this, it'll build me up for the competition.
Perfect. All right, so after you do all of that, I see that you do a couple of more exercises. It was, what was it, shoulders and buys?
Shoulders and buys. The reason why I do that is to strengthen up the muscles, to isolate them. So the difference between, I love to do my cardio routine because it strengthens you up in every part of your body. Now, the reason why I do the weights is because now you're not using so many other muscles. Now you're just isolating the muscle. Now you're just strengthening up the joints and you're strengthening up those muscles that you want to strengthen. So what I do is the military press. We got to do it in the competition. I do, lightweight, very high reps. I do about 20 to 30 reps of 95 pounds. I can do a lot more, but the point is to build endurance, to strengthen up your joints. After that, I work on bicep. I don't really like to work on bicep because a bicep is a muscle where you don't really use. When you're lifting something up, you use your back and your shoulder muscles more than you use your bicep. I don't like to work too much bicep, but I'm doing it for the competition. So when I work on biceps, I do very lightweight, high reps, so I can strengthen up those muscles so every part of my body is very strong.
Sounds good. All right, so how many more days do you have from this video to your competition? Today's the 22nd, so you have another 3 weeks?
I have 3 weeks left to continue to train. So my goal is to continue to train for 3 more weeks. After that, I'm going to take 3 to 4 days off for recovery. And then after those 3 to 4 days off, I come fresh, completely recovered, and go to the competition and do the best I can.
Perfect. So hopefully you're going to bring back that medal, bring it back to Boston.
I'm bringing back something. All right, guys. Thank you for your time. Thank you for looking me up and hitting me up. I'll be going to the competition. I'll be training very hard for the next 3 weeks, and I'll be looking forward to hearing from you guys. Any questions, contact me. You have my info.